Hello, welcome back. Okay, are we ready for this? Yes, we are.
Are we ready for this?
This beer is very interesting. This beer is Belgian beer. It's first brewed 2004. It's 8% and it's Fantôme Chocolat.
Chocolat,
Which
surely.
it looks
Chocolat.
fascinating. So the bottle itself is really interesting. This is the Phantom logo, by the way, obviously. Belgian ale brewed with cocoa and chili pepper. It says here,
What could possibly go wrong?
don't know, a Belgian saison style ale brewed with cocoa powder and chili pepper? Question mark. Ay caramba! Exclamation mark. Score another first for the unpredictable brewery that was the first and so far the only brewery that make ales out of dandelions and mushrooms.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
Okay. Would you like to read the tasting notes?
They're not magic mushrooms, are they?
But that's a beer to try before you though.
Yeah. You're on the tasting notes. Will I tackle this?
Okay, so the tasting
Because
notes.
this has got a massive bottle cap, which would probably bring no interest to you because it's
No.
plain.
However,
and then it's
Well,
got
get yourself.
it's
in
got
shot
a
now.
cork and use my hammerhead shark corkscrew.
He's been really wanting to show.
Actually,
that off.
it's actually my girlfriend's, but I will claim hers that I can use it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got lovely action. Very nice corkscrew.
Thanks very much.
Anyway, tasting notes. Cloudy amber ale with some off-white froth. Okay. The nose has some... Oh, hello. That was a great...
That was a lovely pop.
Yeah, and it's not fizzed up. That's been kept well. Some fruity yeast esters and cereals competing with serious barnyard notes. Dead donkey. On the palate, it's tart and spicy with some caramel sweetness managing to show through. Very subtle cocoa in the backdrop. Don't necessarily know what that means.
I don't. I
We
literally
shall
do not.
see.
I do not know what to expect with this beer.
No, this is going to be kind of queer. Let's see what we have. So while you're doing the pour,
It's very fizzy.
oh, that's
Ooh.
that smells quite interesting.
I'll stop pouring.
I'll
it.
tell you what. While
Settle
James
down.
is doing that, so we don't have some dead time. So Belgian beer leads toward an eccentricity. I don't know. I think UK's probably giving it a run for its money these days. And Danny
We'll
Prignon's
settle
creations at Fantôme are widely regarded as the strangest of the lot. Those lucky enough to encounter his beers either love or hate them. La Marmite. While some critics have detected a spicy, infected mess of inconsistency, fans enjoy the unusual flavours and playful creativity. It's meant to taste like that, mate. Fantôme beers are never boring. They are saisons, they are farmhouse ales following seasonal whims, but they do not adhere to the more modern tradition typified by Saison Dupont. Nor are Fantôme beers like the quenching low-alcohol saisons traditionally served to Wallonian farmhands. Blah, 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 things about spices. It would have been a surprise if Prignon had made a chocolate beer that actually looks and tastes like chocolate. First, the colour is not dark. It is amber.
Yeah.
That is true. It looks more like a pale than anything else. Real cacao powder takes on the most bittering work, but its flavour is quite subtle. Chili may be what adds some zing, or there may be other spices at work.
So, it's quite fizzy. So we'll have to drink through the froth a bit, I think. But otherwise, we'll never get through it. But we'll have a look at it first. It's just like an amber ale, really.
There's a lot of carbonation in there. Obviously, you can see from the head, but also you can see it's got its own little bubble factories going on in there, like a
Okay.
lemonade.
How's the smell? I'm getting very little on the scent. Maybe because
To be
of the amount
fair,
of head
it's,
in
I
it.
think it's pretty disguised, isn't it? Let's give it the old camera swirl.
The camera
The
swirl.
camera swirl, as I was taught many years ago. It's made a bit of difference, but not much. It basically just smells of foam.
I
being
think
foam.
we should drink through it and see where we get to.
Drink through it. Basically, make it sound like hair of the dog.
Yes. Right.
Let's drink through it.
Cheers.
There's definitely chocolate.
Yeah.
There's definitely some saison.
Oh, I'm getting the chili.
The chili's coming late to me. I haven't really had anything yet.
That's very pleasant. I was expecting this to be a duffer, but that is really quite nice.
Were you expecting a spicy, infected mess of inconsistency?
Yes.
quote unquote.
But I'm not getting the spice at all.
No, I'm
No,
not getting
I
much.
am.
No,
I'm getting the chili.
no.
Again, I'm getting orange.
Cocoa, orange.
Definitely getting the cocoa. It's not overly chocolatey. It's not like when you have a chocolate stout that tastes really chocolatey.
No. It's not sweet. It's
not sweet at
It's
all.
bitter. But there is an orange. It's that sort of.
It's
It's a size on the edge, isn't it? I suppose
It's
it's an
nice,
orangey
nice.
size on the edge.
It's really nice.
It's really nice,
I'm
yeah.
kind of quite enjoying this.
Yeah.
I think
I'm getting a chili aftertaste. I'm getting basically that little bit at the back of the throat. I'm getting a little bit of zing.
I'm not getting that at all. I'm getting a green chili flavour. You know, that sort of broad flavour you get with green chilies, whereas red chilies you get that sort of juicy kind of zing when you eat them, and green chilies have that kind of bitterness.
That's right. Yeah.
That sort of tinny
No, I'm
bitterness.
definitely getting.
That tastes more green chili, but there's no real heat in there to me.
I'm getting it at the back of my throat.
Oh, okay.
Are
you
you a korma man or?
No, I love spice.
Yeah, you.
No, I love spice. No problems there at all. I don't tend to like chili beers, I must say, but like proper chili. I don't like a chili stout. But no, I'm not. I'm very much a man who likes a spice.
I think maybe my taste buds are just destroyed from years of eating spicy food and drinking tasty beer. I suspect it blends into the saison. I suppose with the saison, quite often you get.
Yeah, I
that
mean
in
this
the back of
whole
the
thing is it's so well blended. Like, all the flavours are mixing so well. There's no like.
Yeah, I think I'll push it to say that I was a fan of this, but it's certainly an enjoyable enough beer. It's an interesting beer.
It's a good beer.
I wouldn't rush back and necessarily say I demand
Yeah,
another one of these now, but this is fine
not
for drinking.
This is I'd say in all the beers I've drunk from the books before, this is tier 2. So it's not the tier 1 of all the best beers. This is a solid good beer. Tier 2 would drink again.
Yeah, tier 2 would drink again. That's a fair way of summing it up.
Whereas tier 1, I would seek it out.
Yeah.
And there's very few in tier 1, actually. Most of the beers I've done so far have been in tier 2.
Which would you would expect? Only the best.
Very few have been in tier 3, which is the void category.
Mind you, £16 a bottle. Would you have it again?
No, I wouldn't do it for £16 a bottle.
I'd have it again if somebody else is paying for it.
Yeah. So I bought £16.60 from Borough Market in London. Only because a tick is a tick. Gotta do
Well,
it.
at least it's a big bottle. Look on the bright side.
Yeah.
And we've got a few more slurps left in there. So.
Absolutely. Got loads more in there and loads more in there, so that's all good. No, it's
I think it's definitely interesting. I'm sure if you were a Belgian beer fan or you were Belgian yourself or from the Low Countries, you would have that and go and probably go crazy. I guess for us guys who are here in the UK, having drunk loads of different types of beer from all around the world, and the UK is a massive place of cultural appropriation. We quite enjoy that. That's one of the things that gets us by, isn't it? Is trying things and sticking things together. This is something where you can say, yeah, I can see how this all works. It's fun.
Although interestingly speaking about that, beer is one of those things we have not appropriated from another country in terms of our, beer has been, the beer we brew here has been of a very British style. Like our food has basically been begged and borrowed from lots of other countries.
True.
Whereas beer is...
but now we're getting into the stage where there's lots and lots of New World hops turning up as a regular thing.
I meant the origin. I meant the origins of beers, like the original, the
origins
traditional
of
British styles.
Our
British.
Our brewing traditions, really.
Yeah, and cask beer is a very uniquely British thing.
And it will still keep going, but I think the style of cask beer may remain, but I think some of the ingredients have definitely changed. I mean, so you go to someone like the Nags these days, and it's predominantly zesty, hoppy beers that tend
most
to be
those
on. I mean,
will not be.
That's happened. That's a thing. That's an overseas influence, and that's something we've taken on.
And most of those would not be hops grown in the UK.
No, not at all. And then you go to the keg wall, and we've got some fantastic sour beers turning up these days that was almost as good as anything Belgian can turn out. So yet again, we absorb, we tinker, we drink.
Excellent. And on that note, I think we'll finish this one. We'll go finish the rest of this beer, and we'll see you in another beer review very, very soon. Cheerio.